Imagine buying your kid a toy only to find the batteries aren't included, or buying furniture but it's missing the tools to build it. Frustrating, right? Now imagine that exact same feeling, but you're paying way more. That is what buying business software usually feels like: fragmented, disconnected, and incredibly expensive. Odoo completely changes that. Odoo is a complete, fully integrated business suite where all your apps actually talk to each other. We're talking automated lead routing for your sales team, seamless AI integration, and an intuitive point-and-click website builder. It's everything your business needs to scale, saving you time, headaches, and money. Stop piecing your software together. Go to odoo.com. That's ODOO.com to learn more.
The grill is shot. The chairs are held together by optimism. And what happened to the rug? Sounds like your outdoor setup is not ready for patio season. Fix it all with Wayfair. Shop Wayfair for grills, rugs, furniture, and more. With 20 million 5-star reviews, room of choice delivery, and expert setup on qualifying orders, it's never been easier to do more for less. Get 10% off your first eligible purchase. Hurry to wayfair.com or download the app now.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Ioannis Drymonakos, welcome to Sports Management Podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. You will forgive me for my English. It's fluent, but definitely I can understand. We'll answer you to all of your questions. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you on, and your English is great. You are a former swimmer and now an entrepreneur with some swimming cruises. But I was thinking to talk firstly about your swimming career. So you have broke European records. You have represented Greece in 3 Olympics, competed against Michael Phelps. So quite a resume. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got into swimming and your swimming career?
So it was a suggestion, of course, of my parents. In Greece, we have a lot of nice places for summertime and swim at the sea. So they always wanted to be safe and to swim safe, so they will feel safe back on shore. And that was the first reason. The second reason is that swimming put strength and how they grow a child to it works all the muscles, and you can grow more normally actually inside the water. I don't know exactly the correct name, but it helps a lot to your body, to your mindset. And since I was a kid, I was always feeling more home at inside the water than as I was walking or at my house. So it was, let's say, a love of the first sight love.
So from your parents did that for you to, learn to swim, to be safe, and for you to grow properly, and you felt natural right away. But I mean, from doing that to competing to the Olympics, that's a big step. So there must have been a lot of training and a lot of drills during those years.
Yeah. In the beginning was something unexpected, to be honest. It was a big race back in Athens, a very big meeting, probably swimming against people all over the world, make me more to win at that race. I will never forget that moment. I was 16 years old, and they just informed me that I will take part in the Olympics. I had the limit for the Olympics in Sydney 2000. So as a Greek, and as I know the whole history about Olympics in Greece, how they started, even at that moment, I knew I have already goosebumps. Even from that moment, I knew that it's a big thing. As a kid, okay, with not the whole information that we have now through internet and through social media and all stuff. Until I was there, I was not. I was thinking about the races that are coming, but was end of September. My friends was playing beach soccer, and I was really jealous about them. I didn't know what was Olympics all about, and especially those times. So even from the ceremony, that was the the opening ceremony, and then the first day is the swimming races. And especially in Australia, that's a big sport in Australia. I said to myself, I want to be like Ian Thorpe, like Grant Hackett, like Michael Phelps as the years was passing, because I was the youngest in the Greek national team and he was the youngest in the US team. So even from then, before the great Michael Phelps, I knew that this guy, we were going to have a lot of races against each other. So yeah, it was something natural that came natural. And as the races and what I was looking at those big names at that time, I said to myself, I want to be like that. I want to be like them. And then the sacrifice starting, the hard work, work, a lot of miles, a lot of swimming, a lot of sacrifice in a way. Even I didn't felt, to be honest, was sacrifice is what I really love. And I really want to push myself to my limits. One thing that I really love, even now when I'm 42. Uh, and yeah, it was 16 years of being in a pro level. I have no regrets for that. It was 16 really, really nice years. Even painful, but really nice.
Yeah, that's great to hear, because I've heard interviews with Michael Phelps, and I know that he struggled with some mental health and he had a very tough time. But
All of us did. All of us did. We don't know what to expect when that is over. So this is the hard part for us. This is a hard point. And okay, he had a lot of help. He's Michael Phelps, okay. For, let's say, a bit slower swimmers, you have to struggle by yourself. But I think each time you get tougher, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So yeah, that's how it goes.
it looks like you loved it, and you said that you loved it as well. But what were some struggle? What were the hardest part during this elite career?
Um, okay, as you grow up in Greece, the, until 2004, until 2005, let's say six, was a lot of attention, a lot of help from the government, from the teams, from the sponsors. After 2004, after the end of the Olympics in Athens, the light was closed. It was closed for many, many years. And even I feel that we are really professionals, and the work that we was doing was more than professional in any kind of activity or sports or work. We didn't have the incomes economically, mentally, in what we was doing. In any case, we were struggling. So that was the hardest part. And of course, as you can imagine, swimming pools with cold water, open outdoor swimming pools, and it was snowing, and you were swimming. You took a breath, and snow was coming into your mouth. Uh, okay, the others are normal for all the swimmers at that level. That you wake up at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock inside the water. Those are in that kind of level to many athletes are happening that. But for me, that was the hardest part. When it was really, really cold, and you have to train in an outdoor swimming pool, and sometimes the heating was not enough.
So I assume, like Michael Phelps coming from US had different resources that yourself then from Greece. And
Exactly. That's the right word. Definitely.
But you managed either way to go to the 2000 Sydney Olympics. What was something that surprised you the most when you got there?
I remember the crowd and the seats that was so many people that was cheering for us. Uh, that was not in Greece, especially in 2000. It was just, few people and your family in the seats that was cheering for you. Uh, so that was a big impression for me. Was something I showed us. So many people that came to see us. I didn't expect that, and for me it was not. I'd love to race. I love to push myself in limits at 100%, 110%, and see how fast I can push myself and how fast I can swim. And it was always how you can understand the water and how you can swim fast. So for my first, let's say, races, was that how I wanna push my limits, how I wanna be fast in an area that I could be focused, I could control myself better. As a kid, I was even now I'm 191 high, but even 16 years old was 186. So my balance outside of the water was not so good, but inside the water was really, really good, and I could control myself.
Maybe you should have been a fish. You're naturally in the water.
Some friends of mine are telling me that.
I'm sure. So so 2000, of course, first Olympic Games, 16 years old, and a big thing. And then in 2008, you became the first Greek swimmer to hold a European record. What was that like?
Was about a lot of hard work for many, many years. I was always tried to beat everyone against me. As I told you, I was loving the races that it was coming. I love when it was coming, the races, and the strategy that I was putting in mind, and that was all about was. I'm not an arrogant person, but was natural there to be really, really focused and really about competing. So I was loving the race. I was loving the moment that I would stand up at the diving before the beep. I was loving the moment that now you train hard, you push your limits, you did anything that was possible on your hand. Now you have to prove that all that work was worth it.
Yeah. And it was in the end, right?
Yeah.
Did anything change, like career-wise, after that? Like, when you talked about the resources from the Greek government, like if you win something, you get some medals. Does that help or not much?
No, 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 no.
I see.
It's not everything in your hand in Greece. Even we have a lovely country, it's not fair, all the sports in Greece.
No, there are definitely many sports that could, have more. And we talked about it before that Greece have way less infrastructure than US and, for example, Australia have. And even after the financial crisis and the 2004 Olympics, it's even worse. So, do you know how the state is today in terms of for kids to grow up to swim?
Okay, I'm not the right person to answer you that, but as I realize, as a person that they still hear and read about what the new athletes, the new swimmers, I think it's better because of social media, because everyone now has what they want to say they can hear. In my days was just a newspaper and it was at the last page and a small written part, because the newspaper was because most of them because of football was writing about football. Uh, Few of then the rest of the pages was about basketball, and swimming was a really, really small at the last page. So now, if people want to learn about, and we didn't have an even site. So now, if you have a nice interview, with a person is not about how much it will be at the newspaper. You can write the whole interview. So it's different, and I think that helps a lot the swimmers now that they are in their top of their career.
I understand. So in your career, like we mentioned, the highlights, the Olympic Games, European records, and all of that. Has there been any?
Even to be honest with you, excuse me, what for me the biggest achievement was the fifth place in the World Championships, because I was first in Europe and fifth in the world. So for me, the moment that after my limit for Sydney in 16 years old was that thing was much harder to be in a world championship final than win a European medal. Uh, the Australians and the US are Japanese, Chinese swimmers are in a really high level. So to get in the final with two athletes in each country was really difficult, especially in a small country like Greece.
Yeah, exactly. So is that the one that you hold the highest in your
Yeah,
career, the highlight?
for me,
the,
definitely.
the fifth place in the World Cup?
Yeah, yeah.
Who was some other swimmers in that race?
It was Ryan Lochte, Tyler Clary, the two guys from US, the swimmers, and one Chinese and one Japanese. And yeah, I was first in Europe, but was world champ.
Yeah, that's a great achievement for sure.
Yeah.
So with all of these great achievements, has there been any difficult times, any bumps on the road, so to speak, in your career?
Yeah, a lot. A lot, to be honest with you, was a lot of bumps. And especially when I was trying to, as I was growing and I was still wanted to be in a high level. I think when I was around 30, 31 years old, was really hard to push yourself again and be in a really high level.
To keep the motivation up at a later age, or
It was not about motivation because your mind is motivating, but your body doesn't follow you.
what is the peak age? Because in sports it's different, like the peak age, like when you're the best. Like when in swimming, when would you say is the best age?
I believe is getting lower. Youngest actually ages. I think it was in around 2010. Those 10 years was around 24, but now I think it's 21, 22. The highest point for swimmers now. They have much easier the information, as I was telling also before, because they can go on YouTube and see how they were swimming. At that time, we was not traveling abroad and see how Phelps was swimming, how other swimmers, French swimmers, Russian swimmers, in a really great level. You didn't know how to copy them. Not exactly copy, but you understand what.
Now you have created, after the swimming career, you've gone into more entrepreneurial path, being a coach or as well. But you created a swimming cruise. So combining open water swimming with travel, culture, coaching. So can you tell us a little bit about this venture?
So for me, it came as I stopped my career. I started traveling the world and do different kind of sports, kite surfing, and try to continue being fit because for me it's a lifestyle, fitness and wellness, and try to combine and try to show the other people the beautiful sports of swimming. What is swimming all about and how you all can understand the guys, because before the Olympics in Sydney, before the races, before of all that, my first steps, of course, as a 1 or 2 years old, was in open water. So I was always remember since the age of 10 years old, swimming from one part of the bay to the other part of the bay. And looking back, I say, okay, I swim from that side to the other side. So traveling and doing those things as a kid and trust me, we have really, really beautiful places in Greece that it's not. Uh, I was lucky enough. Sorry, I was lucky enough to have my parents to have a speedboat, and traveling also to those places that was uncovered, was hidden, let's say, places at the map, and was really beautiful. All of those things, and as I was growing and doing in other countries sports and holidays, said, okay, my passion is to, as I stop my swimming career to traveling and doing sports at the same time because that was make me happy, and that's how the idea starts. And yeah, I'm really happy now that slowly is growing. It's my third season now that it started in Poros Island. That I really love this place and this island. Has a lot of benefits about how you can get here. It's close to Athens. You can come by ferry. You can come by car, and it's a really nice, safe and nice place to combine those things. Neither the islands around Poros. We're in the middle of Saros. So as I was telling you, traveling all around and swimming in really nice places, and open water swimming start growing all over the world. I said, what a nice place, and it's really it's full with spots that you can combine those things. Uh, a lot of triathletes that they are not so good in swimming, they trust me and they coming and they have a different perspective about how they have to swim inside the water, in open water swim. The places that, the historical places that we're visiting, the food, they love the food here in Greece. So, yeah, was those things. I think you can see it in my face. I don't know if I described it well, but was those things that make me that we have a really nice spot, a really nice filet mignon. I don't know how to call it. That is uncovered, and I have to show it to the people that they can do that here. So people from Poros help me a lot, and I'm really happy that even that I'm not from this island, I feel like I am, and yeah, it's something I really love, and I know how to do it. Really guidance to the people about uh, our culture, our food, our secret spots, and of course about swimming. So yeah, I really love the job and my whole all the effort that I have put in the last 3 years for swimming crews, and even now we put about hiking, bicycles, about sports tourism in Greece. It's something new, and really love.
It does shine through, and you don't need to sell me on Poros. I've told you before, I've been there quite a lot, and it's a beautiful island. And as you said, it's also the islands around, and it's a great spot for what you're doing, and a great idea that you said they also mix the travel, wellness, food, everything in one.
Honestly, I say to my clients and the people that are interested about that, why in Taurus, why you don't start from Athens, why you don't go in other places that there are more people like Mykonos, Paros, that everyone knows. I did there for 4 years, something probably you don't know. I did for 4 years a sailing travel series back here in Greece. And I've been 90%, and we have many islands, more than 200 islands. Have been in around 100 something islands in Greece during the travel series. And I chosen Poros. One of the main reasons, instead of how you can get here easily and you have the whole island vibe, is about safety. We don't have cancellations about forecast. It's the safest port for me in Greece, the whole Greece is the safest. And the whole Bay of Poros is totally protected. So people that they would like to swim and they would like to leave from the port with a boat is 100% the best way and the island that you will enjoy. You will not feel scared because the my number one priority is the safety measures. All my swimmers carry a swimming buoy. So instead of swimming buoy is bad conditions. And here we have very good conditions.
Yeah. It's a great island for many, many reasons. And you have done a lot of things. You said you were on a sailing cruise as well. And I think you were also on the Survivor on TV as well. If I had this.
Yeah, that sailing travel series was my Go After Survivor. I did also that. I've done very crazy things in my life. That was one of the craziest. Yeah, it was a nice experience. As now a lot of years have passed already, it's a nice school that you cannot have that kind of school in your normal life. Okay, uh, I grow up in a normal house with not in a very fancy houses or a villa, and or thank God we were not let's say poor. So Survivor came in my life, and I saw how it is to be really really poor. And people that are sleeping in the bench, they don't have food, they don't have the important things in their life. So at the end, you have a lot of respect about how it is, those people. And if I can help, definitely I do it much more than I did it before. That was the greatest lessons, the greatest lesson after that experience.
Yeah. So it was really tough, not much food, and you had
It
to.
was not as tough as swimming, definitely, of course. But yeah. I was like the kids. I can say that I was like in the kids in Africa. Even it was start and stop. I knew it. That was a reality. Not so much reality, thank God, at that time. Um, that has an end. But I felt how are the kids in Africa that are starting. Even was only for 2 months and a half, thank God. But I know how. I have a small idea how it is.
Is that one of the tougher things you have done in your life, you think?
After being a professional swimmer, yes.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's being, the elite, the top in anything is very, very, very demanding.
Yes. The different about is you do that in swimming. You do if it's harder, much harder. I cannot compare those things. It's slowly. You make small steps, and was a big jump for me at places that I had no idea and push limits that I had no idea. That was the different that really scared me in the beginning. Swimming is a preparation. Survival was not preparation.
No, of course, it's different.
Yeah, that's a difference. That's a difference.
Yeah. So if we transition again back to the swimming cruises, when it's open water swimming, how big difference is that from swimming in a pool versus open swimming?
It's a lot of difference, especially for amateurs. We can understand if there is a current, if it's a choppy, if it's a wave, how we can look in front, and especially those are how you can swim drafting, one behind the other. Those are about races, but for amateurs to give them those tips, how to respond in those conditions, it helps them a lot. They have a different mindset as a swim. They can understand what is happening, and I always tip them and give them advice about those things. And for me, the most impressive is that you don't have the dark blue line under you. You don't have a wall. Uh, you're losing yourself in a different planet. And it's every time, even you will go and swim every time exactly at the same point, you will see something different. So this is for me the big difference than swimming pool. It's something else. And you start to swim, let's say I will swim today 1 kilometer or 500 meters, and you're losing yourself and you start still going and going. And especially from middle of June until end of middle of October, the waters here are like a swimming pool, 26, 27 degrees. So you don't feel cold, definitely. So you keep going, and the distances that you're cover are much bigger and much easier because you're looking down the fishes, different areas, different currents, different. It's totally different about what you look and what how you feel it. Okay, floating helps much more in salty water.
I would assume that there's a lot of people training for like Ironmans or something that takes help from you.
Yes. They're crazy. They're crazy, but I love them. Yeah. They cannot stop. They cannot stop. Double training, triple trainings. They asked for that, but okay, I'm there to help them. So yeah, the maximum that I've ever uh, a swimmer they didn't want to swim. He was swimming behind the boat and still continue. We were still traveling. Was 6.8 kilometers in every day for a week. So was really practicing a lot, and he was really happy. So if they are happy, I'm happy too. But for me, I don't swim with them every day. I swim them, tip them a few of the times. Most of the times, I'm taking care of them about their safety. We taking videos of them with a GoPro, and we come back and we do swimming analysis. I'm putting on my laptop the whole footage, and but one by one, they're coming and give them advices about what they have to understand. Because in open water, the most important thing is how they uh, how they paddle. It's not about recovery when they are outside of the water. It's not about kicking because it's not a 50-meter swim or a 100-meter swim. So it's about paddling. And I try to advise them how they will paddle properly and, let's say, clever for long distance events.
Maybe you can teach me some tips in the summer if we meet
Yeah,
up. Because
definitely.
my wife says I'm a terrible swimmer.
Definitely. I will do my best.
Yeah, maybe I'm a hopeless case. I don't know. Maybe I cannot be trained.
I will let you know. I'm honest person. I cannot hold my mouth.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So now we're in end of May up until the summer. How is it busy with the swimming cruise company now?
It's getting busy. It's getting busy. And we made actually, it's the first time that we have we will have in a few days a really nice video what is swimming cruise all about and what is active cruising all about hiking, yoga, cycling, SUP, all of the sports and all of the places that we are visiting. So I'm waiting very much for this video to see it, and it will be a very good advertising video about what is all about. Uh, so yes, about the clients from 6th of June until end of August, they're getting there. We are getting really booked. So yeah, I'm waiting for those days, and every time I go out with a sailing boat, every time is a new experience. What I say to my friends and to other people, I work to the best office of the world. My office has the best view.
That's for sure.
Yes. My office has the best view of the world for me.
The Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah, exactly.
So if people want to learn more, I know you have your website, swimmingcruise.com, also, I guess, on Instagram and social media as well.
Yes. Even they would DM me. I will reply to them. At that time, we are a few people we are working for marketing and for social media and the back offices. And I hope we are doing a really nice work. What is Swimming Cruise all about? For me, it's if I can say it's 70% holiday and 30% swimming. It's not about training camp. Definitely, it's not a training camp, but it can be training camp if a coach will ask to bring their athletes and have a sort of training camp. I also love that, but the services are per person, and the services are per person, as I told you, 70% holidays and 30% swimming. So it's a small tip that they get back when they return to their homes. And the rest of it, if they want to push them push to the limits, is a different kind of cruises that it will get private. And yeah, if it's a private cruise with, let's say, as I told you, 6 or 7 Ironmans or Ironwomans, they're welcome, and I'm here to help them. And it will be 80% training and 20% holidays. Will be the opposite, let's say. But as the itinerary is all about, for me, it's more holidays and less training, because it's really worth it to see the places that we are visiting, not for other reason, not about partying or let's say being crazy or doing or getting out at night. Is because the places that we're visiting, we need a bit of time to get there. So it's, for me, it's totally worth it to get the boat in a very nice place for 2 hours and see something different, something rare, uh, and swim in this place than go somewhere close and train. No, it's more about holidays and having fun and have a tip. So when they will get back, as I told you, they will enjoy more swimming.
So you got something for everybody. If someone wants to do 80-20 training or 80-20...
Yes, something like that. Yes, the itinerary that is a website is built for, let's say, 70-80% holidays and an hour per day for for active, for something like they want to go for a run, like they want to go for a gym. But instead of going to gym or run, it's swimming, and especially run and gym. In the middle of summer in Greece, it's not a good idea. It's too hot. So I think swimming is a right sport. That's all about. But if I have coaches that they bring their athletes, and we make the schedule for a week together. So it's a different thing. Yes.
Interesting. I hope to see you in the summer. Maybe you can give me some tips on
Me too. I would
swimming.
love to. I would love to.
And Ioannis, it's been great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining Sports Management Podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Sports Management Podcast. Please hit the follow or subscribe button on your podcast app so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. If you want to get in contact with me, send an email to sportsmpodcast@gmail.com, connect with me on LinkedIn, or follow the podcast on Instagram, X, and Facebook @SportsM
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Some days you want a little extra oomph to your usual look. Whether that's lashes for days with the viral Liquid Lash Extensions mascara, or awakening your eyes with a lasting lift and soft color with the Brilliant Eye Brightener, Thrive Cosmetics is your go-to when you want to amplify your everyday look. Whether you want a simple, just got to get out of the door routine, or full glam, You'll always look and feel like the best version of yourself with Thrive Causemetics. Plus, every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. And for every product purchased, Thrive Causemetics donates to help communities thrive. So every time you use your favorite Thrive Causemetics product, you're helping communities you care about too. Amplify your everyday. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/shine26 for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/shine26.